I'm Simon Johnston, and I am the CEO of Oxiscience. We'll be talking today with my business partner, Jeff Williams, who I've worked with for over 30 years on various projects. And today we're going to introduce ourselves in terms of what we're currently working on, and what we think is sort of our best project ever.
I'm Jeff Williams. I'm the Chief Technology Officer of the company. I'm a veterinarian originally, though I've been involved in biomedical research for actually about 50 years now. And I was a professor in a medical school when Simon and I met a few decades ago. And we realized that we had some common interests, me and some areas of science that were a good fit at that time for some business interests that Simon had insights into. And that's how our relationship started. We've kept things going over the decades with different kinds of ventures. And recently we realized that some chemistry that we'd both become familiar with over this time, these decades, could be repurposed for some focus on odor that turns out to be a very worthy focus for Oxiscience.
With our patents, with our technology, with the expertise we've developed in other areas, more regulated, the medical one, we're seeing some very good early success in the Oxiscience technology.
Pet care was the entry point. It was a sort of flash of inspiration that there were pet care needs that the technology would fit. But as we've got into pet care, we've realized there are household odor needs, there are personal care needs, there are industrial needs, and as you say, there are some pretty big impacts on the business propositions, particularly when odor affects real estate or a vehicle or a boat or an RV or any of the kinds of items that people want in their lives but are reluctant to get into if malodors hanging over the product.
And there simply haven't been good solutions. We've done pretty good analysis of the competition and the ways people have been solving odor problems, and they really revolve around masking or absorption. And we truly are a technology that destroys odor molecules, and most of the ones that people are concerned about.
And that was, for us, a really valuable development, that recognition that what we had been using in a whole variety of different configurations over the decades to address medical needs and wound care and disinfection, that technology could fit in malodor control and address it in a new way, because most of the tried and tested methods haven't been delivering what the public and the industrial users need. And
that's for sure.
That means there's an opportunity, and that's where we fit.
So right now we're in the phase of actually bringing out quite a number of new products of our own under the Nonsense brand, and we are also working in other areas with particularly the industrial, where we can supply products to people that will resell them into their business.
So one of the unusual features of our little company is the extent to which we depend on science. And in our company right now, we have 4 PhDs, and we just can't help ourselves. We need evidence for the truth and support of what our products do. And it leads to some really important understandings of the way the technology addresses our focal point, which is control of odor. Our colleagues in science are largely with chemistry backgrounds. And in fact, over the years, the chemistry that we've become familiar with and that we incorporate into the product line at Oxiscience has been contributed to by some very prestigious scientists. The fundamental core chemistry came out of prestigious academic university professors. We adapted it, we modified it, and in some cases for Oxiscience, we've actually improved on it and have filed patents to protect it. We focus on using chemistry to attack malodor. And that attack comes from several points on the compass, attacking the chemical degradation mechanisms that can make for odor control, attacking the enzymes that microbes, yeast, fungi, and molds use to make those malodors. And finally, we attack also the organisms that generate those enzymes. So there's a multifold approach that is novel in this world of odor control, hasn't been introduced before, but actually brings an extraordinary amount of power to control of odors of all sorts: household odors, pet care odors, agricultural odors. And I think the cusp of addressing the need for odor control in these novel ways, satisfying customer needs across the board.
Over the last 4 years, we have made a mission for our company of solving unsolvable odor control problems. And what we didn't know when we got into this was just how ubiquitous and how problematic this is for people, both on a personal level and on an economic level. So at this point, while we are looking at industrial applications and personal applications and consumer applications, all of them go towards solving odor control problems. And that is what is allowing us to move very rapidly into a profitable situation with our business model. It's attracted a lot of people as both investors and supporters of our business, and become what we believe a leader in the odor control business. This focus on odor control didn't come out of a vacuum. Over the years, Jeff and I have worked on a number of projects, and one of those specifically was with the U.S. military to design and potentially help the soldiers in the field have a little better sanitation from their clothes. In other words, they wanted products that didn't stink in the jungle or the desert. Having been a veteran and knowing what that means and what a quality garment or non-stinky uniform could mean in terms of your daily life, this also helped us move towards really understanding this technology and the benefits it could bring to day-to-day people in all walks of life, whether it's a pet owner or a soldier or a guy that's working in a slaughterhouse. We have a system now, a product, that can help every one of them. And I'm really proud to be associated with this project, even though I always envisioned myself being a medical mogul.